All right, welcome back to the Explainer. Today, we're going to do something really cool. We're going to take that flat, kind of boring 2D world of data and just blow it up into a rich three-dimensional landscape. And we're doing it all inside MATLAB. So, how are we going to get there? Simple. Here's our game plan for today. We're going to walk through everything step by step, from just adding that third dimension to drawing lines, building actual surfaces, finding that perfect camera angle, and then the fun part, adding a huge splash of color. Okay, first things first, let's talk about making that jump from a flat page right into a 3D world. It's a big leap, but trust me, it's easier than you think. You know, we're so used to seeing data on a simple X and Y graph, right? But what happens when you add that third dimension, that Z-axis? Well, everything changes. You start to see things, patterns, relationships that were totally hidden before. It's like putting on a new pair of glasses. And this is where we're headed. Look at that. It's not just a graph, is it? It's more like a sculpture made out of data. And the best part? By the time we're done here, you are going to have every single tool you need to make your own data look just this good. All right, let's get our hands dirty. Before we can build a whole mountain range, we've got to learn how to draw a single path up the hill. So let's start with the absolute basics, drawing a simple line in 3D space. And here's the best part. Seriously, if you've ever used the regular plot command in MATLAB, you're practically already an expert. The command for 3D is plot3, and it works almost exactly the same way. You just give it your X, your Y, and now your Z coordinates. That's it. It's that easy. And check this out. It's kind of crazy how a few simple lines of code can create something this elegant. I mean, all you do is define your points, your X, Y, and Z, pop them into plot3, and boom, you get this gorgeous spiral. It's the perfect way to dip your toes into 3D. Okay, so drawing a line is cool. We've got that down. But the real magic, the really impressive stuff in 3D is when you create entire surfaces. So let's figure out how to do that. Now, before you can build, you need a foundation, right? You can't just throw up a surface in thin air. That's where meshgrid comes in. The best way to think about it is like you're laying down a grid, or maybe a fishing net on the floor. This grid creates all the points where you're going to measure the height, your Z values. And building a surface is basically a simple 4-step recipe. Super straightforward. First, you define your X and Y ranges. How big is the grid? Second, you use meshgrid to actually create it. Third, you figure out the Z value, the height, for every single point on that grid. And fourth, you just tell MATLAB to plot it with either mesh or surf. Done. So once your grid is ready, you can use the mesh command. That'll give you this cool wireframe look on the left. But look at the one on the right. With one tiny little change, just adding a C to make it meshc, you get this awesome contour map right underneath it. It's like getting a topographical map for free. Wireframes are great, don't get me wrong, but sometimes you want something that looks, well, solid. And for that, we use the surf command. Think of it like taking a sheet and draping it perfectly over that wireframe skeleton. It fills in all the gaps and gives you a solid shaded surface. Okay, now this is important. So listen up, because this is a total game changer. Look at these two plots, the blocky one on the left and the super smooth one on the right. Would you believe they are plotting the exact same thing? The only difference is the one on the right uses more points in its grid. That's it. Just by increasing the resolution, you go from looking like a prototype to a finished professional graphic. So we've built this amazing 3D model. But what good is it if we're looking at it from a terrible angle? You could miss the most important part. So it's time to become the director. Let's learn how to control our viewpoint. The command for this is view, and it's like having a virtual camera in your hands. It's all about two numbers. First is azimuth. That's your horizontal rotation. Think of it like walking around a statue in a circle. The second is elevation. That's your vertical angle. Are you looking up at the statue from the ground or looking down on it from a balcony? Simple as that. And here's a perfect example. We set the view to an azimuth of 90 degrees and an elevation of 0. And what do we get? A perfect, direct, side-on view. This is so useful when you want to flatten the image out and see the profile of your data from one specific direction. Okay, we're almost there. Our plot has a solid shape, we've got the perfect camera angle lined up, but it's still a little drab, isn't it? There's one final crucial touch missing: color. Let's make this thing pop. So
How do we add color? With the colormap command. It's basically an instant paint by numbers for your plot. It looks at the height, the z value, of every point on your surface and assigns it a color from a gradient. So the highest points get one color, the lowest points get another, and everything in between gets a beautiful, smooth transition.
And you're not stuck with just one color scheme. Oh no, MATLAB comes with a whole bunch of built-in color maps. You can pick something clean and simple like gray, or go for something with a bit more punch like the cool or hot maps. It all depends on the story you want your data to tell. And just look at the difference it makes. This is that same blocky plot from before, remember? But now, using the hot color map, it totally comes to life. You can instantly see where the peaks are. They're bright yellow, and the valleys are dark red. The color tells the story all by itself. So let's do a quick recap of our essential toolkit. You've got plot3 for lines, meshgrid for building your foundation, mesh and surf for creating the surface itself, view to get the perfect angle, and color map to bring it all to life with color. That's really the whole shebang right there. So there you have it. We've gone all the way from a flat 2D idea to a rich, colorful 3D visualization. You now have all the fundamental tools. You have the recipe. So the only real question left is, what are you going to create?